Just want to welcome everybody here to our annual Columbus Day breakfast. Thank you all. Give yourselves a nice round of applause once again for attending. This has turned into a great tradition for our city. As we all know, we lost the Columbus Day Parade for a little while, but we were able to resurrect it, and we resurrected it stronger and better than ever with now this new edition of the Columbus Day Breakfast. We hope you all enjoy it. And I'd like to just take a second to thank some of the people. There was many of you, but some of the people that I know met very often to put not only the breakfast together, but the parade together. Certainly Kerry Abrams, from our president of the Chamber of Commerce, our executive director of the Chamber of Commerce, Ms. Stephanie Scopa. From my office, Debbie West. Debbie, thank you. And someone you'll hear from a little bit later, our great friend from East Boston, Buddy Mangini. Buddy, so thank you. So at this time, I would like to call our JROTC Honor Guard to present colors, and then we will do the Pledge of Allegiance. Will all please rise? I would now like to call on Sarah and Daniel Caffarelli to lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you, guys. How about a nice round of applause for our JROTC, making us proud as always.
Ladies and gentlemen, please, for the blessing, please welcome Father George Otero, the senior in his parish of the
Thank you. Let us pray. O God, our Father, we thank you for the land we live in, not because it is perfect, but because it is ours. Here we have our homes. Here we share life with those we love. As we celebrate this Columbus Day, help us to take those necessary risks so that we may have a better place, a better country, a better land. Father, bless all those who we entrust to govern our city. Bless all our citizens of this great city, for without you we can do nothing. Thank you for the gift of this day and for the gift of each other. And now at this time we ask you to bless this food which we are about to receive from thy bounty through Christ our Lord. Amen. Thank you.
Do you love me the way you kiss me, 'cause you kiss me like you love me? Do you say everything
is, but the mayor said that he needed more diversity on stage. So today I'm here as your president of the Revere Chamber of Commerce, and I'm also your token Jewish woman. Only in Revere does red hair qualify as diversity. So I was gonna come up here and roast everyone here on stage, and then I realized that you're all my clients, and I would really like to keep it that way. I mean, realistically, I will still be making money even after your death at your funeral, so it's best to play nice. So instead, I'm gonna tell you how proud I am to be here this morning representing the Revere Chamber of Commerce, and how proud I am to own a business in Revere. An interesting thing happened in Revere over these past few years. Businesses have seen Revere in a different light. They have moved to Revere and not from Revere. National brands like Petco and Harley-Davidson have set up shop in Revere. Regional giants like Market Basket opened their first store here. Even after a very public family squabble, and as someone that works hand in hand with her brother every day, I can tell you, minus the millions of dollars, I can relate to family retail businesses. I too want to picket his front yard at some time. Local spots, which cannot be overlooked, like Off the Boat, have added to Revere's local food scene. Off the Boat, yeah. Off the Boat was in one of Boston's hottest neighborhoods in East Boston, and they moved to Revere. Revere has a lot to offer. The nation's first public beach, proximity to and from Logan Airport, 3 stops on the MBTA, all make Revere a great place to live, work, and raise a family. Why? It could be because we have the best schools in the region. And I say that as a proud Revere High graduate. Last year, Revere High was named Best Urban High School in America. We have also, that's it, that's excellent. We have also built a new elementary school, a brand new stadium, and along with countless new and refurbished parks and playgrounds. Maybe it's because businesses see something new in the revitalized Broadway and the changes coming to all our business districts, including Shirley Ave and the beach. These are some of the reasons why businesses are flocking to Revere. When you think about moving or settling up a business in a particular city, it often means your family comes along for the ride. It means you're planting a flag in the ground to make something yours, to be a part of something. We all want to be a part of something larger than ourselves, and the city we live in is an important part of our identities. It leaves a lasting mark on who we are, and more importantly, who we will be. For all of us who can, we proudly say we are all from Revere. And I hope today, after the breakfast, as we gear up for the Patriots game, and tomorrow during and after the parade, we do all we can to shop local and shop Revere. When you shop local, you're not paying to gas up that corporate jet for that CEO. You're helping me teach my daughter the importance of small business and how her mommy really is the boss. You're helping that local owner of the convenience store put money away for his child's college fund. You're supporting your neighbor, your neighborhood, and your city. I hope to see you all at the parade tomorrow. It kicks off at 1 p.m., starts at the corner of Broadway and Beach Street, goes down Broadway, and ends just past the cutest little flower shop right across St. Anthony's. Have a great Columbus Day, and thank you for coming.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, won't you please welcome our Speaker of the House, Mr. Robert DeLeo.
You know, I really didn't have too much material this year. I decided I'd try to tone it down a little bit, not bring you any ties or anything else like that. I know you're a little bit sensitive about that, and I felt badly. Well, not really badly. I really didn't really care. But it's great to be here, obviously, in the great city of Revere, you know, on this Columbus Day. And I'm looking here, and then in terms of all of the speakers, Carrie was terrific, wasn't she? Boy, was she a barrel of laughs. You know what? But listen, we got the exciting, the dynamic chief of police here today. That is going to be uproaring, I'll tell you, to listen to him. I can hardly wait till he tells his stories about the North Shore SWAT team. That ought to be good. And of course, I see Tony Z there today, and he's with his client, his new Republican. He's with Donald Trump. I think everyone knows that. And Donald Trump was the only guy I know who called Christopher Columbus an illegal immigrant, by the way. I don't want to say anything, Tony. I saw you in that hardware store getting all that paint. No, actually, he was getting, what do you, acetone to clean it off or something like that? That's what I was getting, acetone. Leave the things on, it looks better, actually. And then, whoever did it, thanks for the publicity. Yeah. And then, of course, we have Steve Morabito. Could you stand up, please? Can I ask you something? What the hell were you thinking about when you got dressed this morning? Huh? Well, take a look at yourself, all right? You look like something off the boat, that restaurant there. Sit down for crying out loud. That is brutal. But it's really been good, you know, especially having a governor from the North Shore. It's been really nice. We've gone to a couple of Italian restaurants. As a matter of fact, in the city, it's been it's been really great going out with the governor. He's really Italian. The governor's idea of an Italian specialty is a hamburger. And I said, Governor, why would you think that would be Italian? He said, because I get to put sauce on it, which is tomato ketchup. But what the hell does he know, all right? I'll tell you, you know, it's so great that we get together to celebrate our heritage here today. And, you know, I was thinking about the first time that Christopher Columbus came to our country. And he came to a country that at that time did not have any government at all. And I couldn't help but think how far we've come. As I look at our elected officials that we have now, you know, the mayor, the state delegation, the councilors here. I don't know, I guess we didn't come that far at all, now that I think about it. But I miss Stan Rosenberg, my other good friend from the Senate President, graduate of Revere High School, by the way. But Stan left Revere for Amherst. He wanted to go to a place where there were trees, he said, which was unbelievable. That really wasn't a good one anyways. I didn't want to drop that one. But in all seriousness, I often joke, and we had, you know, a little bit of fun here this morning, but what I would like to say in all seriousness, similar to what Carrie was saying about, you know, the amazing strides in the city and how great it is to represent the city. First of all, I consider myself to be one of the luckiest guys to be able to work with Representative Vincent and Senator Petrocelli. Two great people. And when you look around and you see all of the changes in new parks and playgrounds and investments in our beach and environment and transportation improvements and infrastructure improvements, and as was mentioned earlier, a school system that is the envy of all the gateway cities of Massachusetts, it makes you realize how lucky we are and how things are going here in the city. So most importantly, but I think that most important thing that the city of Revere has to offer, quite frankly, is its people. And as I look around here today, I see so many faces who makes this city so vibrant and so great. That's what makes Revere such a great city, is its citizens. So I don't want to take up more time. I can't wait to hear what the chief has to say. But all I want to say is a sincere thank you for having me here today. And most importantly, a happy Columbus Day. And let's remember, God bless America. Thank you very much.
Please give it up for the Speaker of the House, Mr. Robert DeLeo. And now, ladies and gentlemen, won't you please welcome our own Chief of Police, Mr. Joseph Crowley.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, distinguished guests. And speaking of the Cops theme, I don't know if anybody knows that, but we will be featured on an episode of Cops coming up this season. So, good job on RPD. Mr. Speaker, I'm surprised you gave me a pass. Not only do I not have a tie, I don't have a suit coat on either. Anybody that knows me, you know, I break into hives with suit coats and ties, but I prefer body armor to suit coats. But since I've been chief, I only wear the body armor on the back. I have been asked to do a number of things in my career, my law enforcement career, but never have I been asked to speak so eloquently about the man who signs my contract. At first, I thought, what could I say? What could I get away with in front of the stage, in front of this distinguished crowd? We get along well. If I want to hire another patrolman, I go over his head, I ask Jane. But by the time I was done, my wife was holding me back. The list was going longer and longer. Early on in my career as chief, as I got to know Mayor Rizzo, we found out that our paths had crossed several times in our military career, long before city government. Him in the Navy, myself in the Marine Corps. So one of the first orders of business upon becoming chief is I had to admit that the Marine Corps is in fact a department of the Navy. The men's department. So I've compiled my top 10 challenges to working for Mayor Rizzo. Number 10, convincing him that I am in fact smiling. Number 9, waiting for him to show up at a meeting. Number 8, unfortunately he's not here to counter this one, getting my budget approved before Gene Doherty. Number 7, making traffic disappear on Broadway. Number 6, convincing him that his office is in fact better than mine. Number 5, deciding between the chicken parm from Valari's or off the boat. Number 4, convincing him not to try out for the SWAT team. Number 3, how to spend all that casino mitigation money. Number 2, keeping Councilor Arrigo from putting a car seat in the back of his Explorer. And number 1, how do I get my name on a wall on City Hall? Thank you.
I just want to remind everybody before I introduce the mayor that selling the last of the tickets over in the corner. Please go over there. We have $622. $622. Tickets are 1 for $2, 3 for $5, and we're selling the last call over there in the corner. And now, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome our Mayor of Revere, Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Miss Rosalie Vincent.
Grazie, buongiorno a tutti. Okay, I'd like to thank our awesome mayor, Dan Rizzo, and his committee for their outstanding efforts in bringing back the Columbus Day Parade. As an Italian-American, it means so much to me, and I'm sure to all my other Italian-American family and friends. And you know, Mr. Mayor, I'm already looking forward to the next year and to the next 4 breakfasts with Mayor Rizzo. And after all, Revere deserves Mayor Rizzo. So now, as you know, growing up Italian in Revere, I have very strong opinions on a lot of things. My mother was the oldest of 10 Giannino children, and 5 generations of my great big Italian family were raised in this great city. I've seen a lot of things happen over the years, both good and bad. And over the years, I've learned a lot of lessons throughout my life. But I've got to tell you, there's one thing that keeps me up at night and makes me toss and turn. And I say, are you kidding me? No, it's not the economy. No, not global warming. And no, it's not the mayor's race. What really keeps me tossing and turning at night are the piping plovers. Is it me, or did I miss something? Did the piping plovers come with Columbus and discover America? Were they part of Da Vinci's masterpiece? So how in the heck is it that of all the places in the world, these pesky little birds settled in our little corner of the world and became more important than humans, beach erosion, economic development, tourism? Sure, Revere is home of America's first public beach, and it's beautiful. It's a beautiful place to live, to work, to raise a family. But now that the piping plovers are coming back like a bad penny, suddenly I have to walk 3 miles out of my way to get around their roped-off VIP section on Revere Beach. You know? I mean, come on, I live on the beach. I pay taxes, take pride in my community. So I ask you all, why, oh why can't these plovers find somewhere else to live? But I did a little research the other day and found out something very interesting. Get this, scientists estimate that 150 to 200 species of plant, insect, birds, and mammals become extinct every 24 hours. Which begs the question, why in the heck are these piping plovers so important? Why are they the only ones to get VIP treatment on Revere Beach? Yeah, I know, they're tiny, they're cute, and we all love tiny and cute things. Puppies, kittens, babies. And of course, no one wants to see something small and cuddly die. But this is Revere, and we're Italian. We've got to figure out a way to take back our beach. Come on. I know I'm supposed to be politically correct and conduct myself with some decorum, but come on, people. I'm fed up. The other night, Rich and I were at Domino's for dinner. We ordered a nice bottle of Chianti, and while I was looking at the menu, all of a sudden, it hit me. I'm going to start a campaign and hopefully send the plovers a message Revere style. Here's going to be the slogan. Piping plover tastes like chicken parmesan. I bet if we get enough traction, we can get Lenny Domeno to put it on the menu. Think about it, folks. Once the plovers get wind of their impending and quite delicious demise, they may very well flee to Nantucket or Martha's Vineyard. You know, and I may get into a little hot water saying these things in public, but deep down you all agree with me. These little birds are a nuisance, and let's face it, they've been protected for years now, and they still can't cut it in the wild. Whatever happened to survival of the fittest? Here's the bottom line. It's time to let it go. The world is moving forward, and if the piping plovers can't keep up, then it's time to cut our losses and go back to having a direct route from our beach chair to Kelly's roast beef. We did what we could, but it's a cruel world out there, and if they end up on the menu, then so be it. And if that fails, let's import a couple of hundred skunks. After all, they really do love plover eggs. And if the skunks can't finish the job, we could always send the plovers to the Rumney Marsh ash landfill, where they could dine on toxic ash, courtesy of Wheelabrator Saugus. Finito, grazie, buona festa di Colombo. Thank you all and have a good day.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, won't you please welcome the mayor of Revere, Mr. Dan Rizzo!
Stevie, thank you very much. Can we give Stevie Ray a nice round of applause? He's doing a great job. Nice job, Stevie. And Mr. Speaker, it's always great to hear from Representative Vincent, but I just want to prepare you for Tuesday morning when every environmentalist group in the world is going to be out in front of your office. So normally we like to roast each other, and but I'm going to be extremely nice. I actually have gifts for everybody here at the table. So I'd just like to start off with the Speaker. First of all, I can't imagine what Revere would be like without having Speaker DeLeo's leadership at the State House. Thank you so much, Mr. Speaker. And so what I thought I would do is, I don't know if many of you remember from last year, the nice tie he gave me. The other nice tie he gave me. Or the beautiful blue shirt he gave me. I want him to know that I have put it to good use this year, and I wanted to bring it just to show you that I still have it and have been wearing it proudly. But as you have been doing so well, Mr. Speaker, I thought I would return the favor. Doesn't he look great, by the way? He looks absolutely amazing. So I knew that you would need a new wardrobe yourself. So I thought that I would bring you some clothes this year. And so, Mr. Speaker, I would like you to take these and wear them with good health, okay? There.
Wow, that's nice.
And,
I may wear this in parade tomorrow.
and also, and a nice shirt to go with it, Mr. Speaker. So please wear this in good health and continued success.
Thank
okay?
you. You are awesome.
See, we're bearing gifts. And now for my good friend, Representative Vincent. It was very apropos how she spoke earlier, because I couldn't help but think, as somebody who's a new resident of the beach and as passionate as she is, to see oceanfront improvements, I wanted just to present you with a little something that I think you'll really enjoy. And it is a tribute to the piping plover. So it says very simply, to Representative Vincent, with love, Mayor Rizzo. So, Representative, I hope you enjoy it. So now, the next person, and I just have to add material here to my chief. Chief, thank you for those kind words, by the way. That was really tremendous. I really appreciate that. So, I originally had a muzzle to give to one of your senior captains. But now it is all yours, Chief. And I don't know why they're being featured on Cops, because everybody knows we don't have any crime in Revere. Crime is so far down. Because of our additional 19 police officers, crime is actually down 15%. So great job, Chief. To Kerry Abrams, I actually bought these at Kinship and realized after they gave me the bill that I could never have enough cash to buy these things. So Kerry, some flowers for you. Great job. I'm not going to make any political speeches here today because, after all, it is Columbus Day. But I will say that our finances are as strong as they've ever been. I will say that our school system is doing better than it ever has. I will say once again that crime is down. And just want you to know, we have not had it easy here in this city. All you know, we had a tornado 14 months ago. Then we had 9 feet of snow in 45 days. We came through it quite well, I think, as you look around the city. Some of it's been talked about, some of it hasn't. But I think Revere came through it just fine, and we are an extremely strong city with all of your help and support. We've doubled Revere's rainy day fund, achieved our highest bond rating in the city's history, and last year received the Distinguished Budget Award for the first time in the city's history. We've added 19 new police officers, increased our foot patrols, and added a new police substation on Broadway. That's how crime is down 15%. And when I first ran and I promised people that I would give to our children the best opportunities educationally and recreationally, we did that. We built a brand new Staff Sergeant James J. Hill School and built a state-of-the-art new football stadium right next door. The best complex of its kind, I believe, in Massachusetts. So with that, I just want to say it has been a great honor to host this breakfast during my first term as mayor. The parade now for the second time is coming back tomorrow. I really, really hope that all of you can get out and enjoy it, because it is something that I think builds community pride. We've always been interested in events like this that bring our community together, whether it's the Columbus Day breakfast, our Revere Shines cleanup that we have every year to help. It's our version of our spring cleaning here in the city. Our National Night Out that we've doubled over the last couple of years, that brings families out and has them interact and intermingle with law enforcement. And I guess I'll just close with one story that really made me feel good about the prospects of our city, and I hope a lot of you feel the same way. I was at McDonald's, I was walking in and she was walking out, and she stopped and she shook my hand and she said, "I just want to tell you, Mayor," she said, "I was really considering selling my house a few years back." She said, "But I am so happy and so proud to call myself a Revere resident. I can't thank you enough." And she actually broke down into tears, which obviously made me feel very, very good, and very, very good about the prospects of our city and the way people, not only here in the city, feel about Revere, the way people outside Revere view our city. So I just want to really thank all of you, because by and large, those of you that are here right now are Revere residents, and it's because of you and the efforts that you make each and every day in conjunction with our administration, that make this city what it is, the greatest city in Massachusetts. So thank you all for being here. Enjoy the parade tomorrow. And I believe Kerry is Buddy. Do you want to call up Buddy? Okay.
Thank you, everyone. Just a couple words from Buddy Mangini, which is our parade producer. Thank you. Thank you. Buddy, come on down here and tell all the people about the parade that you're going to put on tomorrow.
Thank you, everybody. Before I get into the parade aspect for tomorrow, I would just like to thank a few people, if I could, please. Mr. Mayor, thank you very, very much for everything. First Lady of Revere, Jane Rizzo, thank you very much for your help and support. Distinguished head table guests, our Speaker of the House, Robert DeLeo. Senator Petroselli, I see is not here, but Rosalie Vincent, thank you for all your help and everything. We really appreciate it. And to all the elected officials in Revere, the City Council, thank you for all your help. Without your help and support, this event could not have taken place. To the school committee, the same. And to all the candidates that are running for political office here in Revere, we thank them for their help that they have done for us to put this parade together. Thank you. And my good friend over here, Kerry Abrams. President, thank you. Thank you. It's been a pleasure. Our committee has worked long and hard this past year to put the event together. I hope we have not been a pain or gone over our board to the people here, but we want to thank you. In particular, I would like to thank the important aspect of the committee that really has worked for 1 year in doing all the hard work and everything. If I could just mention a few names, because these are the people, it's not me, it's these people that have done the work. I've pestered them, I've drove them crazy, but they've come out on top, and I'm greatly impressed by them. Joyce DiNuccio from the Mayor's Office, thank you very much. Of course, my good friend over here, Kerry Abrams, thank you again for everything. Debbie West from the Mayor's Office, right over there. Debbie, thank you. Sophia Forgione, thank you very, very much. Stephanie Scopa, right there. Thank you, Stephanie. Executive Director of the Chamber, thank you. Diane Colella, another major. Jean Vecchio. And of course, my good friend Paul Arengio right over there, who I'm always driving crazy. We got flatbeds, we got trucks to tow the things. And of course, without the hard work of our police chief, Joseph Caffarelli here, thank you very, very much. And I'd just like to thank Sergeant Chris Giannino, who I've worked closely with 2 years ago and again this year. Thank you very, very much. And also Fire Chief, I'm sorry, I apologize, Fire Chief Gene Doherty. Thank you. Oh, okay, then I put it in right. Very good. And of course, Karen Gallo sitting over here. Thank you, Karen. Okay. And the young lady from Margaritas, I think her name is Wendy. Thank you if you're here. They're going to have a beautiful float in the Columbus Day Parade. And of course, my good friend Pascal Ganji, Pam Anderson, and Rick Labadini, who you're going to see come down the streets, is the replica of the Santa Maria, and one of the Ninas with the Jacobis are going to be on there as Queen Isabella and Christopher Columbus. Now, this required a lot of hard work in putting it together. We brought a person over from Italy, a young man who was 18 years old, and guided us through the process of putting the replica, these two boats together. So you're going to see that come down the street. So this tells you the hard work and the involvement that the committee put together. And of course, my good friend Sherry Rafferty from the East Boston Chamber, who helped me out with a lot of phone calls. But if I forgot anybody, I apologize. I thank you. But please come and see the parade tomorrow. We have 4 strong divisions. We have things in the parade this year that Revere or any other surrounding community has not seen. We have a special treat coming in from Washington, D.C. It is the Presidential United States Air Force Honor Guard that performs for the President of the United States and all visiting dignitaries. There are close to 50 of them that will be coming in. So that is a first for Revere. They have never appeared in any other community. This man did it all. We have about 20-plus bands in the parade. Every New England state is represented, from as far up as the state of Vermont, next to the Canadian border. The Green Mountain Band from Chester, Vermont, will be coming down today. Plus, of course, remember, folks, that the Shriners will be with us. We'll have about 400 Shriners that will be marching in the parade, along with all their equipment, the Clown Unit, the Musket Brigade, the Medical Unit, the Potentate and his staff, the Oriental Band, the Ragtop Team, and to go on, the motorcycles, everything will be there. So you see, and at this time, I would like to thank the East Boston Savings Bank for their generous donation in sponsoring the Shriners. They have always been great. They did it 2 years ago. They came back and did it again. Again, we thank you. And also to a great institution in East Boston and Revere. It stretches out into Revere, and they do great work. The new medical facility, Michael Nicastro and his team for the East Boston Neighborhood Health Center. Thank you, Michael. We'll have the state national lances. They'll be on the Palomino horses, about 8 of them. They'll be dressed in all their regalia. We'll have clowns. We'll have everything. Ronald McDonald will be in the parade for the youngsters. That's a plus. So again, my folks, please bring your lounge chairs. Come out, enjoy the parade, and thank you very much, everybody, for your help and support. God bless you. See you tomorrow.